You mentioned you have 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
One of your children was at least when you were at the teenage
Yeah.
moment
Mm-hmm.
of your life. Um, what age were you when you had your first child?
I was pregnant at 16.
And the second?
I think I was 18 or 19.
So still a teenager there. And then the third?
I can't fucking remember. But
In your 20s, though?
yeah, I was in my 20s. Yeah. So it was like, like that.
Same father for all 3?
Nah.
Care to share how many?
No. Oh, shit. But yeah, y'all could put something together. Oh, that's funny.
Now, being that you were a teen parent twice,
Mm-hmm.
what was that like, thinking back? That phrase, teen parent, being a teen parent.
All right. I don't know. It's different. I had for the little bitty time that I was in school, I had a lot of support from my teachers. My coach, Coach Randolph, like he was super dope. But I really didn't let it really phase me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just took the teen out and was like, bitch, you're a parent, you're a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time to grind. I kind of grew up fast. And then, like, the kind of family that I got, like, we grow up, raise the kids anyways, you know what I'm saying? So that shit was nothing. But, I don't know. I never really thought about it as a teen mom.
That was actually the name of a reality television series
Yeah, I saw that.
on MTV.
Yeah.
Was that something that you saw as you were a teen mom or after the fact?
After. Yeah, I saw after.
At 16, how did you find out you were going to be a mother? Do you remember those details?
I can't remember those details, but I do remember telling my mom. I do remember telling my mom. I wrote her a letter, and it was like, "Get out my damn house." Like she wasn't going. She wasn't going, but now like she's super supportive. You know, I've been on tour, so she actually has them now. This is my first time ever being away from them, you know, for that little short period of time. And she actually like is being like the world's best grandmother in the, you know, just in the whole fucking universe. Like she'll kill about them kids. So yeah.
And what tour are you referencing here?
I just got done doing the Better Living tour with Slime Life Shouty, so it was super dope. Super dope.
You were an opener?
Yeah, I was. Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you were able to recollect this or not, but do you remember how long before you wrote that letter to your mother? Was that as soon as you find out you were pregnant? Was this late
No,
into the pregnancy?
it was like, I think I was like 3 months by then. My mom's best friend knew before she did, though, because I had told her friend that I, like, needed help trying to tell her. So, yeah.
She didn't spill the beans, though.
Nah, she didn't. Like, nah, she didn't. I fuck with her for that.
In the end, did your mother kick you out of the house, or?
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. I think it was too much for her to, like, handle, you know what I'm saying, at that time. But, like I said, we in a better place now, so I love it. But, yeah, she wasn't going. She wasn't going.
So not supportive at first. At what point does she be? At what point is she supportive,
So
if at all?
as far as the baby, like, once I had my son, everything changed with her. Me and her was still kind of rocky, but, like, with her and my son, like, I never seen her that happy, ever. And so, like I said, just like last year, she's always tried to support, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was still distant from a lot of shit, you know? Even though she was like super duper supportive, she would try to do little things, but like I just wasn't as forgiving. And so, like I said last year, like we just kind of talked, let a lot of shit go, and we are in like a beautiful place.
Now, were you birthed to teen parents yourself?
Yeah, my mom was 16 too.
What was the biggest challenge you faced as a teen parent, and how did you overcome it? Out of all the things you dealt with at that time of your life, what was the biggest challenge? Was it getting kicked out?
Nah, the biggest challenge was probably realizing that that from that day forward, that it was gonna be sacrifices that was gonna need to be made if you was gonna be the best mom that I could be for my oldest son at the time, because it's the only kid I had at the time. And then like he never met his dad, so his dad is still in prison now. So like he went to jail a few days. I think before I had him. Yeah, a few days before I had my son. So like that's something that, you know, that I still like. I don't really say I battle with it, you know, but it's still heavy on me, you know what I'm saying? Because like I gotta work extra hard to make sure that he still has somewhat of a relationship, you know what I'm saying, with his father. Like they met like over the phone type shit, but they've never like seen each other in person. They've never touched or no type of shit like that. So
Are you referring to the first son?
yes.
Your first child?
Yeah.
Is it all three sons for you?
What you mean?
All three of your children are boys?
Yeah, I got all boys. Yep. Yes.
Is that what you wanted if you were to have children, or did you always want a little girl as well?
I'm glad I got boys. I'm glad I got boys. I don't think, like, I love girls. I love kids, period. But, like, I could, like, have fun with little girls and then probably get them back to their mama, because,
You are glad you have boys, but was that something you thought about? Okay, if I do have a child, I want the first one to be a girl, or?
I thought about it, but, like, I'm good now. Like, yeah. And I want to know what I'm doing.
Now, what did this entire experience teach you? What did you learn from being a teen parent, the teen parent experience?
What did I learn from that? Just really be ready for, just be ready, you know what I'm saying, for whatever at all times. And just know that, like, it's not your parents' responsibility. If you have parents that are there for you, like, it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that didn't have that. And, yeah. And just make sure y'all finish school. Like, I don't just finish that shit. Get that shit out the way so you can work on whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you need to work on after that.
When you did have your first child, was that also the first time you were ever pregnant?
Yeah. Yes.
What is your thoughts on abortion?
I don't really have no thoughts on abortion.
If you could turn back the hands of time, would you have done anything different?
No.
In regards to being a teen parent or having children?
No.
What do you wish you knew before you became a teen mother, if anything? Is there something you look back and say, I wish someone would have told me this? Before you became a teen mom?
What? It's a list of things. I'm trying to, like, think of one thing. So, honestly, and I know this might sound crazy, but, like, I just wish that that shit came with, like, a booklet of how to raise kids. It's like every kid is the same. Like, my oldest son do shit that my middle son don't do. My baby boy do shit. Like, it's like no matter what you do, like, So my son is about to be 13, and it's like you never. It's like I'm raising these niggas, but like I've never raised a 13-year-old before. You know what I'm saying? I've never raised a 12-year-old before. I never raised the, da da da. Like so, you're still learning. They all different, and then like the internet is just the kids are different these days. Like, they different. They different.
Was there ever a thought to create that type of literature?
Yeah. Yeah. I still wouldn't mind because like we never know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind like writing a book on the things that I experienced with kids and like just kind of being like a guide for parents, you know. But of course I want to be a little more successful so that they can see. Because a lot of times, as fucked up as it sounds, like people receive things better from people that's been successful within those particular situations that they're referring to because I don't know, it's just hard for people to take advice from people that ain't did shit for some reason. It's just hard for them to receive it. You got some water? I seen you say bring your own bottle. I left my shit in the car.
Yeah, sorry.
Right. It's cool.
We're wrapping up. What do you want people watching this interview to know about teen parents?
That doesn't mean that it's the end. Like, don't ever feel like it's the end, and don't ever feel like you can't do it by yourself because you can. It's not gonna be easy, and it could be easy, and it might not be hard either. But like, you can do it. Like, as long as can't nobody stop you but you. Period. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, you don't have to have this. You don't have to have that. Like, stop looking at society and trying to build your story around that shit because you're looking at the general public, and that's millions of people, and it's just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't build your life around that shit. Like, sit down, face reality, look at yourself in the mirror. Hold yourself accountable for things. When you fuck up, say, hey, I fucked up. I need to go back and fix this. I need to go back and fix that. I need to, finish this. I need to stop procrastinating. Like, just know that shit, it ain't over unless you say it's over. And if you say it's over, you can't blame nobody but yourself, so.
Now, circumstances could be different for everyone, so generally speaking here, but let's say somebody's watching this interview and they've just become a teen parent themselves. Anything you would say to them?
Don't give up. Don't give up. And just make sure that you plan around your children. Don't make your children plan around you.
Anything else you want to mention about a teen parent or a question you weren't asked? People want to know about it.
No, not right now.
Have you mentioned this in your music at all?
Yes. Yeah.
In what aspect?
I kind of talk about the whole thing, like, especially with the fathers not really being there. I talk about that. I talk about my kids being all that I have and me being all that they have. I'm very hands-on with my kids. They own businesses. One of them is a photographer. One of them is a dancer. The other one is a gamer. And they all have a bow tie company. They all game. All of them do gaming. And, they just all do their own little thing. So I just try to tell people, like, oh, something else. Don't force shit on your children. Like, see what they want to do and just try to, like, build them with that. Because you don't want to have them kids going to do this shit and you got them over here and they trying to be over here, and it's like, nah, if they ain't doing nothing that's going to fuck them up, like, just be supportive. Be supportive.
So when you have mentioned this in your music, is this just lyrics on various songs? Is there an actual whole song about this? Or
it's lyrics on various songs. It's a song that I have also. It's called Miss My Dogs, and it's from my very first mixtape that I got off of New Currency. And if you go and listen to that, it's like I have like a little story in there about a lot of shit.
And that is under your current stage name?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Since you were a teen parent yourself, what's your opinion on teen parents now?
Ask me that one more time.
Since you were a teen parent yourself, what's your opinion on teen parents now?
I don't have an opinion on them.
Anything else on the subject of teen parents
No.
while we're at it?
Mm-mm.
And you have seen Teen Mom.
I did. Yeah.
A full episode, a couple episodes, a whole
Nah,
season?
I never really, I can't even remember. I didn't watch it like that. I was just kind of like,
From what you did see, are you able, I don't know if this is fair or unfair to ask, but because it doesn't sound like you've seen much, but how realistic is what you saw on that show compared to what you experienced in real life?
the little bit I've seen was realistic. They just handle stuff differently than I would, but yeah. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, ever thought what life would be like if you didn't have any children?
Yes, I do. But I don't think that I would. I know I would still be doing music. Sometimes I think that I probably wouldn't have taken it as serious, like, because I've gave up on my music a few times, because I felt like I wasn't good enough a lot of times, just different things that I would go through. So I do feel like maybe without my kids, my life would have been, I know for a fact it would have been different. But I'm glad that I got them, though. Like, I don't want to, like, say the wrong shit because there's a million things going on in my going in my head right now, so.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Last question. Now, circumstances could be different for everyone, but generally speaking, let's say somebody's watching this interview and they're dealing with more than one father of their children. Is there anything you would say to them?
I mean, it depends on what they going through with their fathers. Like, I know, like, don't feel like you... Like, so if the fathers aren't, like, doing what they're supposed to do, like, don't let that shit take over you emotionally, because I went through that, you know what I'm saying? I just had to mentally block out, like, that fathers even exist, and that might be fucked up to say, but that's just for me. So I just had to kind of, like, block that out. Like, if they help, you know what I'm saying, let them help. But don't be bitter. Don't keep the kids away, because no matter what y'all got going on, like, sons especially, they need their dads. And it's a lot of dads that are single parents, and them kids still need their moms, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just try to work shit out. Just be adults. I don't care if you're dealing with one baby father of 15. Like, everybody just need to be adults, because it's not about y'all. It's not about us. It's about them kids. So, yeah.
What's the current status between you and any of the fathers of your children?
Everybody good. Yeah.
Are any of them your current significant other?
No.
And for time reference, it's April 2022 now.